Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. It's me Jafar Iqbal, Assistant Professor of Physics, Rajukuttara Model College. Today I will teach you electricity in daily life. That is chapter number 12 of subject science. First of all, what is current electricity? Current electricity is that electricity which is flowing from one point to another point through a conductor. That is current electricity. Then symbol of electric circuit. Here we can see some symbol. For the convenience of drawing a figure or designing electric circuit, we use different symbols for each instrument or connection. The symbols of some of these instruments or connections are given in the diagram below. Let us see here, that is, this symbol is electric cell, this is battery, this is conducting wire, this one is connected wire, this one is resistance, this one is variable resistance, and this is the AC current source. Then this is another wire, this is not connected. Then one-way switch, this is a switch, one-way switch, this is a two-way switch, and this one is galvanometer, this one is ammeter. See, galvanometer G, ammeter A, and voltmeter V, and this one is earthing. The source of electricity, electric current, is battery. What is the function of a battery? Let us see here. It's a battery, it's a body, and the body is acting as anode, and there is a graphite rod inside the battery, that is cathode, and there are some there are some chemicals, and these are known as electrolyte. Among the reactions between this anode, cathode, and electrolyte, electron starts flowing from cathode to anode, and current flows from cathode to anode. That is, current is flowing from positive to negative, and electron is flowing from negative to positive, and then electricity is produced by this cell. Electric circuit. In electric circuit, we can arrange the cells in two ways. That means battery in series combination and battery in parallel combination. You see here one battery, that is 1.5 volt. The voltmeter is giving the reading 1.5 volt. When two battery in series, that is added, double, 3 volt. And when the 3 battery, that is, it is multiplied, that is 4.5 volt. That means if we add the cells in series, then we get the voltage multiplied, that is added. See here, the cells are in parallel combination. So here one cell, the reading is 1.5 volt. That means it is providing 1.5 volt. When the two cells are in parallel, they are also giving 1.5 volt. Though we are adding one cell, but we are not getting the voltage added or multiplied. But you see here 3 cell in parallel combination. Here we are getting also 1.5 volt. That means if we connect the cells in parallel combination, we don't get the voltage added or multiplied. Now the circuit connections are of two types. One is series connection, another one is parallel combination. This one is you see here, this is parallel combination. That means 4 bulbs are here, they are parallel to each other, and they are connected by every separate switch. So if we close this switch, then these 3 bulbs are lighting. The one switch is open, then this bulb is not lighting. That means we can use the electric equipments according to our demands, according to our need, with the help of parallel combination. See here the bulbs are in series. That means one after another. But here the problem is that if one instrument goes out of order, that means total circuit is going out of order. That means all the equipments will go out of running. Electrolysis. What is electrolysis? The process of separating a positive and negative part of the molecules by the passage of electricity is known as electrolysis. Explanation of the electrolysis of copper sulfate solution. This is very important one. Let us see here. In a container, glass container, we are taking copper sulfate solution. There are two plates here. Both of them are copper plate. One is anode, another one is cathode, because here they are connected with the cell. This one is positive, that is cathode, and this one is negative, that is this one is positive, that is anode, and this one is negative, that is cathode. So when we close the switch, what happens? In the solution, copper sulfate solution, the copper and sulfate are divided into ion forms. That means here we see that is sulfate ion and this is copper ion. So this sulfate ion being negative, it will be attracted towards the positive plate, and here from this positive plate one copper ion will come out and will come out in the form of copper sulfate, and when they are coming into the solution, again they are dividing. That means this copper and sulfate are dividing, and then this copper, since this is positive, so this copper will be attracted by the negative and it will be deposited on this copper plate, that is cathode. That means the sulfate ion will carry copper from the anode and it will deposit this copper on the cathode. Now this is electrolysis. With the electrolysis, there are many use of electrolysis. That is, one example is very important one, familiar one, that is electroplating. What is electroplating? To give the layer of a certain metal on another is known as electroplating by the process of electrolysis. Here see, we will give a layer of silver on a spoon. Here that is cell one, that is this cathode, this anode, positive plate will be made of that metal whose layer will be deposited on the material, on the required spoon or required things. So this one is silver, and that is positive, that is anode, and the spoon on which the silver layer will be deposited, and this is cathode, and the solution should be silver nitrate. Since in the solution, when we close the switch, electricity start flowing, then in the solution silver nitrate remains in the form of silver and nitrate ions. Since nitrate is negative, this nitrate will be attracted to the positive plate, that is silver plate, and it will bring silver from this plate, and this silver come into the solution in the silver nitrate form, because nitrate is the carrier, it is taking silver from this plate, and then this silver and nitrate are dividing into ions, and since silver is positive, so it will move towards the negative plate, that is cathode, that is to the spoon, and then it will be deposited on this spoon. By this process, that is the electrolysis process, silver is deposited on the spoon, and this process is known as electroplating. That means to giving a plate, a layer of a metal on a certain on a required thing is known as electroplating. And here this is the use of electroplating. These electroplating are very widely used in our life. We can also perform electrotyping and extraction of metal by electrolysis. Electric power. What is electric power? In physics, the term work has a definite meaning. The unit of work and energy is joule. Work can be done by applying energy, and the rate of doing work or the work done per unit time is called power. The amount of electrical energy spent or changed into another energy, that is heat, light, mechanical energy, etc., per second by an electric machine is called electric power. The unit of electric power is 1 kilowatt. That is when the potential difference between the two ends of a conductor or an electric device is 1 volt, and if 1 ampere electric current flows through it, then the electric power of the device is 1 watt. So 1 watt is equal to 1 volt into 1 ampere. When a large amount of electric power is used, then it is convenient to express it in kilowatt or megawatt. That is 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt, that is 10 to the power 3 watt, and 1 megawatt is equal to 100,000, that is 10 lakh watt, that is 10 to the power 6 watt. Kilowatt hour, this is the unit of electric energy used in electricity. If electricity flows for 1 hour through an electric device of power 1 watt, then the amount of electrical energy changes to another energy. For example, bulbs are lighted, it is light energy, and when fan rotates, it is mechanical energy, then it is mechanical energy, that is 1 watt hour. Therefore 1 watt hour is equal to 1 watt into 1 hour. Sometimes kilowatt hour is also used instead of watt hour. If we want, we can also calculate how much energy is 1 kilowatt hour. That is 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 1000 watt into 3600 second is equal to 360,000 watt second is equal to 360,000 joule. That means in the unit of power it is 3.6 megajoule. Calculation of electric power. We know that electric supply company submits an electric bill to our houses or institutions per month. This institution fixes the value per unit. Accordingly, we pay the electric bill. That means expense of consumed electric energy is equal to consumed units of electric energy into expense per unit. Or electric devices, that is light, fan, computer, mention what amount of electricity or electric power is required. So we can easily calculate the consumed energy from there. We want to calculate the consumed unit of energy or kilowatt. If the power of a machine is P watt and we use it for T hours, then the consumed energy E is equal to P into T watt hour. That is E is equal to P into T by 1000 kilowatt hour, that is 1 unit. There is a mathematical problem here. If a bulb of power 60 watt runs for 5 hours a day for a month, the cost of 1 unit is taka 9. Then what amount of electric energy is consumed? The solution, we know consumed energy is equal to P into T by 1000 unit is equal to 60 into 30 into 5. Why 30? Because 30 days and 5 hours. So 60 into 30 into 5 by 1000, that is unit, that is 9 unit. And here if the price is taka, if the price is taka 8, it will be here 8. If the price is taka 8 per unit, then total expense for the consumed amount of electricity will be 9 into 8, that is 78 taka, that is 72 taka. meaning of 220 volt and 60 watt. On the body of bulbs we use for electrical light, V and W are written beside two numbers. If there is written 220 volt dash 60 watt on a bulb, it means when the bulb is connected with 220 volt potential difference, the bulb will be indulged with maximum luminosity. Then it will convert 60 joule electrical energy into light and heat energy. Advantage of energy saving bulb. Nowadays we are using energy saving bulb. Once we would use ordinary bulb. In this bulb, light is created by heating a metal element, and so huge amount of heat energy was required. Due to technology, energy saving bulbs has become available for domestic use. There are two types of energy saving bulbs, that is CFL, compact fluorescent lamp, and LED, light emitting diode bulbs. These energy saving bulb can save 20% to 80% electricity and can last 3 to 25 times more than normal bulbs. So I think you understood the class today. I am going to finish my class. In the next class I am coming with more topic and creative question. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.